Hey, you all, happy Monday. For Meaningful Monday for ELA, we're going to be working on analogies. So, this is something new. It's where you're comparing two words and then you use the comparison to compare a second set of words. So, elegant is to plain, as plunge is to descent, ascent, these are opposites, beautiful, or down. So you have to think to yourself, are elegant and plain synonyms? Do they mean the same or nearly the same? Or are they antonyms? Are they opposites? Once you figure it out, then you have to apply that same rule to the second word. So for this one, I'm going to go ahead and tell you elegant and plain are antonyms, they're opposites. So you're going to be looking for the opposite of plunge. The word plunge means to go down. You plunge underwater. You use a plunger in the toilet because nobody else wants to go down there. So think of plunge as going down, and you're looking for the opposite. So if you're not sure which word it is, narrow it down, and then you can always look up words using the tools and dictionary. Okay, so you'll be doing the same thing with exquisite and beautiful, enable, and then whichever word you determine is the rule or fits into the rule for the analogy. As always, you all have synonyms and antonyms. Some of these words are going to be the same words from above. And then you're going to be picking which sentence uses the word kind in the same way as the sentence above. So just like last week, read the sentence, pay attention to how they use the word kind, and then pick whichever sentence uses kind in the same way. For Multiplication Monday, you all are reading about the 48 American, or Sierra has 48 American flags to hand out for President's Day. She will give the same amount of flags to 8 groups. How many flags will each group receive? So you need to ask yourself. It's Multiplication Monday, so I'm going to be doing either multiplication or division. If you start with the biggest number, if they give you a big number, is it going to make sense to multiply or is it going to make sense to divide? And remember, if you decide to divide, you can use multiplication to help you solve the problem. For instance, the division problem could be 48 divided by 8 equals what? Or you could do 8 times what equals 48. But in 3rd grade, we're not going to be multiplying large numbers. So use a division strategy to solve this word problem. You're going to write a multiplication equation to go with these images. And then true or false. Benjamin has 3 bags of 4 cookies each. He has 7 cookies. So if you have 3 bags and each bag has 4 cookies in it, do you have a total of 7 cookies? If it's true, say true. And if it's false, say false. And then tell me what the correct answer is. How many cookies would be in there if it's false? Okay, now for one of my favorite books of all time, Last Stop on Market Street. So this book has won 3 awards so far: the Newbery Medal, the Caldecott Honor, and the Coretta Scott King Illustrator Honor. And the person reading to you today is Christian Robinson, the illustrator of the book. If you want to learn more about him, you can click on his name here and it'll take you to a website with some images that he has created and some information about him. After you've listened to the book, think about other awards that you think this book could receive or any kind of award you think a book could earn. And you're going to create your own award. So I know it's not nearly as much fun as it would be like if we had crayons and we're doing it like colorfully and stuff, but You're going to write the name of the award here, whatever you want to call it, because it's your award. Make sure you use capital letters, just like they are up here, because an award is a proper noun. It is an important thing. Criteria. What does the author or illustrator have to do to qualify for this award? What are you looking for in the books to give this award for? And then the reward. So in addition to a medal, a lot of times authors and illustrators get money or other things as an award for being recognized. Then if you would like to, you can design this medal the best you can, inserting shapes and or pictures. Be creative. All right. So one of the best things about this book is it is a really good example of mood. So mood is something that you already have experienced in art, especially in music. Music has this way of establishing mood. So here you have 4 songs. You're going to click on the link or click on the little image here and press the play button and listen to the song. I want you to think about how it makes you feel, because mood is the atmosphere or feeling created by an author and illustrator in a book. It is similar to how an artist can make us feel with a painting, or how a musician can create an atmosphere with their music. So in these ones, you're focusing on how you feel when you listen to the songs. You're going to drag and drop one of the emojis into the box for each song. Each song should give you a different mood. Then after you've put the emoji, you're going to write a word for the mood that you felt, or the mood that was created. Here are some moods, but you can put other words to describe your mood if these do not fit. Okay, so another way that we figure out the mood in a story, or just in life in general, is through our senses. So authors and illustrators use your 5 senses to help create a mood in a book. For example, think about how you feel when you smell your favorite cake or pet your family's dog. Keep in mind that this will be a little different for each person since we have different schemas, different experiences. But they are general images, smells, and sounds that appeal or deter most people. So appeal means you like it, and deter means you want to stay away from it. So you're going to focus on CJ's time on the bus. How did the author and illustrator use the 5 senses to create mood? Write examples from the story to go with each sense. Then write a word to describe the mood during the bus ride. So during the bus ride, what was something that CJ or Nana heard? Something he would have felt. If you've ever been on a bus before, like a school bus or any kind of bus, what could be felt? Or what is something that a character in the story felt? What's something CJ or Nana or another character that was riding the bus saw? What kind of taste do you think he was experiencing? I know he didn't eat anything per se on the bus, but think about a rainy day and what that, like the smell and there's almost like a flavor in the air. This one's probably going to be your hardest one. But just pay really close attention to what's going on the bus and think about your experiences with buses. They run on diesel. It's a type of gasoline that has a very distinct odor. I don't know about you, but I can almost taste it when I smell it. So think about things like that, where your sense of taste gets so overwhelmed it almost becomes a taste in your mouth. Then you have your sense of smell. What smells do you think that CJ and Nana experienced on the bus? Last, you're going to look at all of these things and you're going to determine a mood. What was the mood on the bus? And this can vary depending on your experiences and the senses that you focus on, what you choose for the senses, I should say. So there's not just one answer here. Okay, and the last thing. The author wants you, the reader, to learn from the story and apply it to your own life. In Last Stop on Market Street, Nana is a walking example of how to appreciate life. Pay attention to how she acts, what she says in order to figure out the central message or lesson in Last Stop on Market Street. So, you are going to write the important lesson that CJ and hopefully you learned from Nana. And I want you to give an example from the story to support your answer. So, what was the lesson and how do you know? All right, I hope you all enjoy this book as much as I do.